Hello everyone, it's Hiên Nguyen from ASEAN Consulting. I'm back. So today I'm going to share with you the overview of Vietnam merger and acquisition for the last 20 years. Mainly, I will share with you how the value of the whole market has been developing and how it is compared to the whole economy growth and prospects, and compared to the whole region of ASEAN market, how the Vietnam M&A markets is doing. Okay, so let's dive in. So first of all, this is a value of the whole Vietnam M&A market over the last 20 years. You can see that in the early 2000s, the value of the M&A market was quite small, a few $1 million, and then increased to low $1 billion each year before 2010. And after 2010, the development of the whole market was going very well, especially in recent years. You can see that some years we even saw almost $9 billion in the market transaction, like 2017 and 2021. And then you can see the growth rate for the whole market over the last 20 years. Many years we have very high growth. In early 2000 and before 2010, the market size was small, so growth rate even sometimes to 900%. And then after 2008, with Great Recession, we got some slow down years, and then we saw constantly recently growth rates also above 50% each year. So on overall, the average growth rate for the last 20 years is around 103%. It looks pretty impressive, right? And then the average deal size here, you can see that before 2010 or so, the deal size was quite small on average. It was like below $20 million most of the time. And then after 2010, we see the deal size on average growing higher. And especially in recent years, it came to in the $30 million each year. So that means that the Vietnam market is getting more attractive to the larger players and more industry players and investors. Large investors are attractive to the Vietnam market in the M&A section. So you also see that the M&A value compared to the whole GDP, the Vietnam GDP growth rate is very high for the last 20 years, right? And also the M&A value even grow faster for so that's why the whole valuation of the M&A taking into the GDP getting larger and larger percent in the recent years, compared to before was less than 1%, and recent years is close to 2%, and also sometimes is for some years also above 3%. Here is the chart that comparing Vietnam GDP versus the whole ASEAN GDP over the last 7 years or so. So you can see that the Vietnam GDP over time has contributed more and more in the basket of the whole ASEAN market GDP as overall. It was 9% or below 9% before 2016, and then in recent years it has been 10 and above 10% for the whole ASEAN market. I'm comparing the GDP because I'm going to share with you how the M&A markets in Vietnam compared to the whole ASEAN market. Okay. Here you can see that if you look into this chart, you can see the whole Vietnam M&A markets for the last 7 years or so has been always, except last year, always above 15% in the size of the whole ASEAN markets M&A. As compared to the GDP contribution is much higher. So that means more people, more companies are looking into Vietnam for the M&A acquisition and also investment than in the overall Asian markets, because they see more Vietnam is more attractive in the investment and in development for the future, with the prospects of the GDP growth and also the country with more stabilities in the investment rate compared to some other countries in the region. The next one is I'm going to share with you the billion-dollar deals in the last 10 years or so in the Vietnam market, okay? Because before that we didn't have big deals. So I'm picking the 10 deals that are around billion and above $1 billion, big deals to share with you here. So the first deal we got was in 2015. The Singha invested in Masan Consumer and Masan Brewery with total deals of $1.1 billion. The percentage is not disclosed. Yeah, and then the next year in 2016, we got the Central Group bought 100% of Big C at more than $1.1 billion. And the 17 years we got the biggest M&A deal in the history of Vietnam so far. It's a $5 billion deals with almost for 54% from Thai Beef bought Sabeco. And then we got 2018 and 2019 with Win Groups coming to more attraction of more big money coming in. First of all, in 2018, we saw a deal in JIC Private Limited from the Singapore government, invested into Win Homes around $1.3 billion, including the investment as well as the loan. The stake is not disclosed. And then 2019, we also see SK Group invest in $1 billion in Win Group for 6.1%. The next deal is two deals in 2020. First one is Hana Bank bought 15% of BIDV, the Development Bank of Vietnam, at nearly $900 million. And then we also saw Genco Holding, which is Vietnam, one of the big Vietnam real estate development, bought Sun Frontier from a Japanese group at over $800 million. 2021, we saw many big deals going on in Vietnam market. That's why you saw a spike up in 2021. Value of whole market was almost $9 billion. Canary Nago bought APEC International at $1.5 billion. We don't know the stage. And then we saw Sumitomo Mitsui Financial invested in FE Credit at $1.4 billion or 49%. And then the Swire Beverage Holdings bought 100% of the Coca-Cola Vietnam factory at over $1 billion. So that is for today. I hope that you get some good overview about what is going on in Vietnam M&A market.